So, not too long ago, I saw this here unloaded Laney 2x12 cabinet for sale, and I decided to pick it up. So, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look like a normal 2x12. It's a little bit of a strange one. It's a diagonal 2x12, and the spots for the speakers are here and here. You might be able to see a little bit there. Anyway, I thought it would be a really cool cabinet for gigging, especially because it's wider than a vertical 2x12, so I should still be able to fit any of my amp heads on it. And anyway, picked it up, and it was unloaded, so I thought I should get some speakers to put in it if I'm going to use it. So I decided on these two here from Eminence. They're made in Kentucky. This one up here is the Swamp Thang, and this is the Man-O-War. The Swamp Thang is a pretty popular speaker, especially in heavy metal circles. And the Man-O-War there, I'm not seeing very many demos on that one, but they seem like they would be a pretty neat combination, so I just decided to pick them both up. So anyway, what I'm going to do is put these two speakers into the cabinet, wire it up, mic it up, try recording it, and see how it sounds. Also, as a side note, this is not a sponsored video. I purchased all this stuff with my own money. I just wanted to try it out and see how it sounds. So why don't we get to it? Okay, well, let's get these things unboxed first of all. Look at that thing. Cool. Packaged a little differently. That one even came with a little Eminence badge. I have to put that on there. And there's the Man-O-War. Okay, let's open this thing up. Cool. We've got a couple of leads here for the speakers. The other two are already on the input jack. So what I'm going to do is put the Swamp Thang there and the Man-O-War up here. So let's try it out. Alright, that. So I just noticed something about the Man-O-War. There's a slight manufacturing defect on it. The rubbery gasket here was rotated a little bit when it was put on. These gaps should be where the holes are for the screws, but it's not how it turned out. So what I'm going to do is just use it's an awl to poke a hole through there so I can get the screws through. Not a big deal, just little attention to detail thing, I guess. Trying to be careful not to poke the cone of the speaker here. Alright, looks a little better. That's looking pretty good. them all one last tightening. Looking good. So now that I got these mounted in here, I'm going to wire them up. I'm going to wire them in parallel to make for a total load of 8 ohms. There we go. I just coiled that on there to kind of keep it out of the way a little bit. Hard to make this so you can see it well. Basically, I'm just matching all the positive terminals and the negative terminals. Okay, now I'll button it up, see how it sounds. And again, I'm not tightening everything up until I'm all the way done. Alright, and then, cool. So another thing I like to do whenever I work on a cab is make sure to test the impedance when I'm done. So digital multimeter set to ohms here, and so just touch the test leads to the tip and sleeve of the cable, and it looks like we're reading about 8 ohms. So, should be good. Okay, so the finishing touch here. The speakers came with one of these little badges here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. I already made some pilot holes, and I started the top 2 screws just to line it up. So I'm just going to get it on there now. Nice. So what you just heard there was the title track from my band Lavaborne's album Blackwing of Gods. It just came out on October 1st via Wise Blood Records. The reason I chose that one was because it could highlight all the different kinds of sounds I would want to get out of these speakers. So clean, dirty, lead, all of them. So next what you're going to hear is the different parts of those with the speakers isolated left and right and then blended again, so you can kind of compare and contrast the differences. I'll make sure to put on screen which one is which as you're hearing it, so check that out. So in the time since recording the video of me installing speakers, as well as testing them with that recording there, I've also had some chances to use this cabinet with these speakers in both band rehearsal and live settings, and I have to say I am quite impressed with them. They just have a very balanced tone to them overall. They have plenty of mid-range together to cut through a mix, but also nothing is too harsh. Like, there's plenty of low end, plenty of high end, not muddy, not shrill to the ears or anything like that. I just think they have a very pleasant sound together. Now, audio engineers might have more of an ear for the EQ things that are happening between the two speakers, and if any of you are, feel free to leave a comment. But I just am very impressed with how they have sounded, and this is probably going to be my go-to cab for both live and recording sessions. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it informative. Leave a comment about it if you have any thoughts about these speakers. I haven't seen any other videos of people blending these two, so I hope this was helpful. Anyway, I have to plug myself. Make sure you check out my band Lavaborne. The album just came out a few days ago, as of this recording anyway, and response has been pretty good so far. If you like Iron Maiden or 70s Judas Priest or 80s Black Sabbath, we kind of hit all those points. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.